The state of Michigan, 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Christina V. Kennedy. During proceedings, there should be no driving, smoking, eating, drinking, sleeping, or laying down. Do not start your video or unmute your device unless the court instructs you to do so. And if there's anything that you need to do that you don't want the rest of the world to see, please walk away from the camera quietly. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, y'all.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Officer Wallace. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Judge Christina V. Kennedy, and I will preside over this docket for courtroom 433 this afternoon. If you can hear me, can you please give me a thumbs up? Okay, good. All right. Before we begin, I just want to emphasize Officer Wallace's instruction that if there's something that you need to do that you don't want the rest of the world to see you doing, please make sure you completely step away from your device or turn your camera off. We are streaming these proceedings live over YouTube. That means that anybody in the world can join us and watch these proceedings. So to prevent any embarrassment, if you need to use the restroom or change your clothes, or do something that might embarrass you, please make sure you have completely stepped away from your device or turned your camera off before you do it. We have a somewhat heavy docket today. So Madam Clerk has split the docket up into two different piles of files. I am going to call the first pile first. I'm calling them all at one time. So please listen out for your name, address, or case number, but please don't say anything until I have called every file in this stack. Once I do that, I'll let you know. I will ask the plaintiffs to either state your name, or if you're represented by an attorney, place your appearance on the record, and I'll do the same for the defendant. At that time, please turn on your camera if it's not already turned on. Unmute your device and state your name. And if you called in on a telephone, meaning you actually dialed a phone number to join us, you would unmute by dialing *6. Okay? All right. Let us begin. Okay. Okay, now calling case number 24348-861, Anna Louise Millette versus Victoria Marcus Cribbs and all occupants of 9849 Brush in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24348-862, ICH LLC versus Victor Brown, Bianca Hall, and all occupants of 19203 Avon in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24348-863, Florida Myraville Investments versus all occupants of 16475 Bringard in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24348-864, Christine Kendrick versus Nakia Harris and all occupants of 11300 Kennebec in the city of Detroit. This is case number 24348-865, Pasadena Investments LLC versus Andros Cargill and all occupants of 2170 East Jefferson Avenue, number 409 in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24348-866, Pasadena Investments LLC versus Andrew Jones and all occupants of 2170 East Jefferson Avenue, number 907 in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24348-867, Tyrone Todd versus Amisha Sharice Solomon and all occupants of 17178 Mansfield in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24348-868, Lafayette Towers Apartments versus Michael Kramer and all occupants of 1321 Orleans, number 615 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24348-883, Donald R. Walter versus Kenyana March. This is for property located at 15861 Evergreen Road in the city of Detroit. And finally, for this group of cases, Calling case number 24348-908. NWL Company LLC versus AFO Global Enterprises and any and all occupants of 16154 Cheyenne Street in the city of Detroit. These matters are before the court on complaints for non-payment of rent, as well as complaints to recover possession of property. Today is the date and time scheduled for a first hearing to be held in all of the matters that I just called. Pursuant to Michigan Supreme Court Administrative Order 2020-17, all first hearings are to be adjourned. Therefore, the matters that I just called will be adjourned to July 29th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. If I just called your case, please write this information down. Again, it's July 29th at 8:30 a.m. The next court date will be in person. And so you won't appear via Zoom. You will appear by coming down to court, which is located at 36th District Court is located at 421 Madison in downtown Detroit. I am in courtroom 433, and so you all need to come to courtroom 433 on July 29th at 8:30 a.m. Madam Clerk just typed that information into the Zoom chat. For those of you who are logged in via a smartphone or a tablet, you can go into the Zoom chat, or at least you should be able to go into the Zoom chat and see that information. You can screenshot it if you'd like. Otherwise, please write it down. The court is going to mail you a notice to appear, but in case those notices get lost, I do like to make sure that everybody has the information about the next court date. Plaintiffs, you are to bring to the next court date. If you don't, if the following documents are not already in the file, you need to bring the following documents to court with you: a copy of the deed, a copy of the lease agreement. If rent is an issue, I need the most up-to-date rental ledger. I need a completed proof of service, and I also need a property management agreement if there is a property management agreement in place. Again, plaintiffs. Can you all hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, please. All right, thank you. Somebody just messaged that you can't hear. Maybe you may want to turn your volume up because everyone else is having, I'm not seeing that anyone else is having issues. But again, plaintiffs, bring the deed, the lease agreement, the rental ledger, the completed proof of service, and any property management agreement. Your failure to bring those documents in paper format, your failure to bring those documents in paper format can result in dismissal of your case if they are not already in the file. So please make sure you bring those documents to court with you. Please don't send me messages. I can't. If you have a question, just wait. I will call everybody. Everyone will get an opportunity to speak when I call on you. Defendants, you have the right to be represented by an attorney. Oh, wait, before I tell you that, defendants, if you have any evidence that supports your defense, please reduce it to paper and bring it to court with you on July 29th at 8:30 a.m. Specifically, I'm talking about rental payment receipts or pictures. So if you have payment receipts or pictures that you need to support your defense, please make sure you reduce those to paper and bring them to court with you on the 29th. Please don't bring your phone in here and ask me to scroll through it. I don't like people looking through my phone. I don't feel comfortable looking through your phone, and I cannot put your phone in the file as evidence. So if you have evidence, plaintiff or defendant, please reduce it to paper and bring it to court on July 29th. Defendants, you have the right to be represented by an attorney if you choose. You can either hire your own attorney or you can speak to the agency attorneys that are logged into this Zoom session today. We have attorneys online who are here to speak to you, the defendant tenants, to provide you with legal advice for today, with the potential of them taking on your case to represent you throughout the close of these proceedings, and that will be free of charge to you. At the end of your hearing today, I am going to ask that you be transferred into a breakout room. If you're logged in via a smartphone or a tablet, you will receive a prompt come across your screen. Please tap your screen. Once you hit that prompt, it will take you into a breakout room. If you called in on a phone, meaning you actually dialed in, you don't have to worry about a prompt. You will be transferred automatically. Either way, once you get into the breakout room, you will be in there by yourself. You will not be able to hear or see what's going on in the main session, and we in the main session will not be able to hear or see what's going on with you in the breakout room. That is so that you can have a private conversation with the agency attorneys when they come into your breakout room today. Once you get in there, please don't start pressing buttons or coming back out into the main session without being prompted, raising your hands. All of those kind of things will just distract me and slow the docket down. Please have patience. Everyone will be seen by an attorney today. And defendants, once you are done speaking with the attorney, you are free to log off, but please make sure you come back to court in person on July 29th at 8:30 a.m. to courtroom 433. Defendants, if you don't come to court on the next court date, by 8:30 a.m., a default judgment will be entered against you. And plaintiffs, if you don't come to court on July 29th at 8:30, your case will be dismissed. So please, everybody, let's make sure we get to court on July 29th at 8:30 a.m. With that being said, for matters ending in 861, 862, 863, 864, 865, 866, 867, and 868 is plaintiff's counsel present. So please place your appearance on the record. Madam Clerk has indicated that the plaintiff's attorney did not appear on behalf on the cases that I just called. For matter ending in 861, is Victoria or Marcus Cribbs or any occupant of 9849 Brush present?
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Please state your name for the record.
Marcus Cribbs.
Okay, Mr. Cribbs, are you there? Is anyone else there with you?
Victoria is here, but she just stepped out for a second. No, I'm here by myself.
Okay. All right, that's fine. You are the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rents. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you on July 29th at 8:30 a.m. Mr. Cribbs, I'm going to send you a prompt. Just tap the prompt and it'll take you into the breakout room. Have a good day, sir.
Okay, you as well. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes the matter ending in 861. For matter ending in 862, is Victor Brown, Bianca Hall, or any occupant of 19203 Avon present?
Yes, hi.
Good afternoon. Please state your name.
Bianca Hall.
Okay. Good afternoon, Ms. Hall. I'm told that the other defendant is present. Please dial *6 and state your name. Is he still here?
Hello?
Hello, what's your name?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear
Victor
me?
Brown.
Okay, good afternoon
Yep.
to you, Mr. Brown. Thank you. You are the defendant, well, both you and Bianca Hall, you are defendants on a complaint to recover possession of property. Ms. Hall, do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what about you, Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Okay, I'll see you both in person on July 29th at 8:30 a.m. Can I have someone transfer Bianca Hall, she's on a tablet, and Victor Brown, he's on a telephone, to a breakout room? Okay, Ms. Hall, follow the prompt. Mr. Brown, your transfer will be automatic. That concludes the matter ending in 862. Have a good day. For matter ending in 863, are there any occupants of 16475 Bringert present? Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendants have failed to check in on this case. Let me check to see if a proof of service. Yes.
Yeah, this is Antonio Middlebrooks. I'm checking in for this case. I thought I had checked in when I had called them, but my mic.
What's your address? Turn on your camera, please. What's your name?
Antonio Middlebrooks. I'm the occupant.
Mr.
16475 Ringer.
Okay. All right, Mr. Middlebrooks. I'm sorry, that's our fault. You are the defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Do you have the information for the next court date?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we'll see you on the 29th at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433. Can I have someone transfer Antonio Middlebrooks into a breakout room? Just tap the prompt when it comes across your screen, sir. Have a good day. That concludes the matter ending in 863. For matter ending in 864 is Nakia Harris or any occupant of 11300 Kennebec present. Please dial *6 and state your name. Uh-oh, she just muted herself again. You just muted yourself again. Please unmute again. Okay. You're still muted. Please dial *6. There you are.
Okay, sorry about that. Yes, Nakia Harris.
Good afternoon to you, Ms. Harris. You are the defendant on a complaint. Thank you. You're the defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll see you on the 29th of July at 8:30 a.m. You're on the telephone, so you're about to be automatically transferred. Can I have someone transfer Nakia Harris into a breakout room? Have a good day. That concludes matter ending in 864. For matter ending in 865 is Andreas Cargill or any occupant of 2170 East Jefferson, number 409 present.
Yes.
Please state your name for the court reporter.
Andreas Cargill.
All right, Mr. Cargill, I think you were the one who were texting me or sending me messages that you cannot hear. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes. Can I ask you a question?
What is it, sir?
If I pay the amount before that date, what happens?
So this is what I tell everybody, and I can't give legal advice. So if you pay the full amount of the rent before the next court date, make sure you stay in contact with the plaintiff's attorney so that the plaintiff's attorney will know. Because if you do pay and somehow there's a lack of communication between the plaintiff and the plaintiff's attorney about the payment, then the plaintiff is still going to ask for a default judgment. And if you're not here to say you paid, then, you know, my hands are tied. So if you pay the full amount of rent that is due on July 29th, then, you know, just make sure you stay in contact with the plaintiff's counsel. That's all I really can tell you, sir. And then I'll also transfer you into a breakout room and the defense attorneys can give you more information. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Have a good day. Can I have someone transfer Andreas Cargill into a breakout room? That concludes the matter ending in 865. So just follow the prompt. Have a good day. For matter ending in 866 is Andrew Jones or any occupant of 2170 East Jefferson, number 907 present. Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant did not check in. I do not see a proof of service in the file. I'm checking the register of actions to see if a proof of service has been filed. All right, the register of actions reflects that a proof of service has been filed. And so because of that, the court is going to continue with this first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rents. The matter will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on July 29, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice to both parties. And as with all of the cases today, if the defendant logs in before we end this Zoom session, then the defendant will have an opportunity to speak to an attorney. That concludes the matter ending in 866. For matter ending in 867 is Amisha or Sharice Solomon or any occupant of 17178 Mansfield present.
Yes.
Good afternoon. Please state your name.
I'm Sharice Solomon.
Okay.
I'm Solomon.
All right. So we have Sharice Solomon and Amisha Solomon. Okay, you all are the defendants, or you two are the defendants on the complaint to recover possession of property. Ms. Sharice Solomon, do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes, I do.
All right, what about you, Ms. Amisha Solomon?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll see you both down here in person on July 29th. Please follow the prompt when it comes across your screen. Can I have someone transfer Sharice Solomon and Amisha Solomon into a breakout room? That concludes the matter ending in 867. Have a good day. For matter ending Thank you. For matter ending in 868 is Michael Kramer or any occupant of 1321 Orleans, number 615 present. Please dial *6 and state your name when you are unmuted. Okay, thank you. I just sent you a prompt, defendant. All right, is the property manager for the plaintiff present? If so, please turn on your camera and state your name.
Yes, my name is Kim Richardson.
Okay, good afternoon to you, Ms. Richardson.
Good afternoon.
All right, thank you. Defendant, please state your name.
Michael Kramer, I'm the respondent.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Kramer. All right, Mr. Kramer, did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see you back here on the 29th of July at 8:30 a.m.
Thank you.
Ms. Richardson, looks like she's on the telephone. All right, Mr. Kramer, you're on the telephone, and so you will be automatically transferred. Have a good day, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good holiday.
Thank you. Can I have someone transfer Michael Kramer into a breakout room? That concludes the matter ending in 868. Did the property manager log off? Yes, she's on. Okay. All right. Matter ending in 883. Can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record for Donald Walter? Oh, I'm sorry. Can I have Donald Walter? If you're present, please state your name.
I'm here.
Hello. What's your name?
Donald Walter.
Hello, Mr. Walter. All right. What about the defendant? Is Kenyana March present? Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant failed to appear today. Mr. Walter, you are the plaintiff on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, I did.
Okay, let me check the file. There is a proof of service in the file. All right, I see a deed here, a lease agreement. Please make sure you bring the most up-to-date rental ledger when you come to court on July 29th.
29th, 8:30.
All right, have a good day. You're free to log off.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You're welcome.
Goodbye.
Thank you. That concludes matter ending in 883. For matter ending in 908, is anyone here on behalf of NWL Company LLC? Madam Clerk has indicated that the plaintiff failed to check in on this matter. What about for the defendant, AFO Global Enterprises or any occupant of 16154 Cheyenne Street? Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant has failed to check in. There is no proof of service in the file. I will check the Register of Actions to see if a proof of service has been filed. All right, according to our court's Register of Actions, no proof of service has been filed. Therefore, this court will adjourn this matter per our court policy to July 22nd, 2024. This and this only will be a Zoom hearing to take place at 1:35 p.m. on July 22nd using the same Zoom link information that was used to reach our courtroom today. The court will mail notice. That concludes this matter. All right, that's it for our first group of cases. If you didn't hear your name or address in that first set, please listen out for the next group of cases. Listen out for your name, address, or case number. Please don't say anything until I've called all of the cases in this set of files. All right, now calling case number 24348-924, Renaissance City Club Apartments versus Merino Hill and all occupants of 555 Brush Street, apartment 1614 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24348-933, Hosea Ward versus Tamika Hudson. This is for property located at 8819 Stoffel in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24348-940. Aaron Gary versus all occupants of 9982 Longacre in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24348-953, Kyle A. Orr versus Anthony Hill. And this is for property located at 11820 Visger Street in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24348-965, Mutual Property Management LLC versus Rebecca Roselle and all occupants of 3738 15th Street in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24348-966, Mutual Property Management LLC versus Taylor Avery and all occupants of 20212 Mark Twain Street in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24348-967, Mutual Property Management LLC versus all occupants of 4239 Alter Road, apartment 12 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24348-986, CF Sandy Pofani versus all occupants of 2675 Columbus Street in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24348-987, M Development Investments LLC versus all occupants of 5059 Buckingham in the city of Detroit. And this next and last case is from the 1:45 p.m. docket. This is case number 24347-617 FFGGP Incorporated versus Jasmine Diamond. And this is for property located at 8852 Memorial Avenue in the city of Detroit. This matter is before the court on a complaint for possession after land contract forfeiture. The remaining matters that I called are before the court on complaints for non-payment of rent and complaints to recover possession of property. Today is the date and time scheduled for a first hearing on all of the matters that I just called. Pursuant to Michigan Supreme Court Administrative Order 2020-17, all first hearings are to be adjourned. Therefore, the matters that I just called will be adjourned to July 31st at 8:30 a.m. Please write this information down, or you can go into the Zoom chat. Madam Clerk just typed the information for this group of cases. This is the second group of cases in the Zoom chat. So you can screenshot it if you'd like. Otherwise, please write it down. The next court date again is July 31st, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. That'll be in person in courtroom 433 down at the 36th District Court. The address is 421 Madison in downtown Detroit. And again, that'll be in person. Plaintiffs, when you come to court in person on July 31st, please make sure you bring with you the following documents if you did not already file them. I need a copy of the deed, a copy of the lease agreement. If rent is an issue, I need a copy of the most up-to-date rental ledger. I need a complete proof of service. And if there's a property management agreement in place, I need a copy of that as well. Okay, I need all of these documents which establish your connection to the property or standing, okay? If you do not bring those documents with you to court on July 31st, then your case can be dismissed. So please make sure you bring those documents with you if they're not already in the file. Defendants, if you have any evidence that supports your defense, please bring it with you to court on July 31st, but please make sure it is in paper format. As I told the last group of cases, I really do not like scrolling through people's phones, and I cannot put your phone in the file as evidence. So if you have evidence that supports your defense, such as pictures or payment receipts, please bring them to court with you on paper, okay? Defendants, you have the right to be represented by an attorney if you so choose. You can hire your own attorney, or you can speak to the agency attorneys that are logged into our Zoom session today. They are here to speak with you, the defendant tenants, to provide you with legal advice for the day, with the potential of them taking on your case to represent you throughout the close of these proceedings. At the end of your hearing today, I'll ask that you be transferred into a breakout room. If you logged in via a tablet or a smartphone, you'll receive a prompt come across the screen. Please tap the prompt. It'll take you into the breakout room. If you called in, meaning you dialed a telephone number to join us today, you don't have to worry about a prompt. You'll be transferred automatically. Either way, once you get into the breakout room, you'll be in there by yourself just for a little while. I ask that you have patience. Please don't start pressing buttons, raising your hand, or coming back into the main session. That will just distract me and slow us down. Everyone will be seen by an attorney today. The attorneys are making their way into the breakout rooms one by one. So again, please have patience. Once you're done speaking to the attorneys, you can log off, but please, defendants, make sure you come back to court on July 31st at 8:30 a.m. If you do not come to court on July 31st at 8:30 a.m., a default judgment can be entered in your name. And plaintiffs, if you don't come to court on July 31st at 8:30, your case will be dismissed. So everybody, please come to court on time on the next court date. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. With all of that being said, for matters ending in 9, just one matter ending in 924. Is anyone here on behalf of Renaissance City Club?
Good morning, Your Honor. Tasha Brownlee, P84359, appearing on behalf of plaintiff.
Hello, counsel. Let's see. Is Marino Hill or any occupant of 555 Brush Apartment 1614 present? Madam Clerk indicated that this defendant did not check in. There is a proof of service in the file, so the court will proceed with this first hearing on the complaint for non-payment of rent. This matter is adjourned to a subsequent hearing, which will take place July 31st at 8:30 a.m. in person. The court will mail notice. Thank you, counsel. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That concludes the matter ending in 924. For matters, let's see, for matter ending in 933 is Hosea Ward present. If so, please turn on your camera, unmute yourself and state your name.
Yes, Hosea Ward.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Ward. What about the defendant, Tamika Hudson? Are you present?
Ms. Hudson is present, and legal aid and defenders will be representing her.
Thank you. Your appearance. Are you an attorney, ma'am?
Not yet. I'm a law clerk, so I'm appearing on behalf of Tamika Hudson under Michelle Johnson's P number. She's on.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Michelle Johnson, Legal Aid and Defender, P49181. Her office will be representing Ms. Hudson.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon to you, counsel. And Ms. Hudson, can you state your name?
Tamika Hudson.
All right, good afternoon to you. Do you all have the information about the next court date?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what about you, Mr. Ward?
Yes, I have a question. I live in Florida, and that's a rental house that I have. So do I have to be there? Because all I want, I'm not trying to receive money. I just want her out of my house because I'm selling the house. The house was up sale. She would not let nobody come in there and look at the house. So I'm not trying to receive anything from her. I just want her evicted so I could sell the house. I bought the house and rehab the house through Detroit Land Bank for that purpose. Miss Hudson in there, she haven't paid anything since she's been in there. She got these people, so I don't know who they is, but I want her evicted from the house. That's all I want.
All right, Mr. Ward, we require in-person, our second hearings are in person. And I'm sorry, if you have an attorney, yes, you certainly can hire an attorney. Yes.
I just fly in. I guess I'll fly in.
It might be cheaper to hire an attorney, but
I don't know. Check it out. We'll check it out. I just want out of there, so I don't need no.
I understand. All right, so Attorney Johnson, do you need to go into a breakout room with Miss Hudson?
No, Your Honor, we can speak with her offline.
All right, I don't know, maybe Mr. Ward, if you want to try to reach some kind of resolution with Attorney Johnson, she's on the line now. Do you all want to go into a breakout room now?
Ma'am, only resolution I can reach with her is that find a notice when she's gonna be out of the property. She haven't paid her rent. Matter of fact, she's on Section 8.
So I just need you to answer my question.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Do you want to go into a breakout room now?
No,
Attorney
Your Honor,
Johnson?
I don't think
No?
we're going to reach a resolution.
No.
Okay, I'm just asking because what I don't want to happen is I don't want Mr. Ward to come and fly in, and then when we get to court, you ask for an adjournment. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to, hopefully you all can talk about these things beforehand.
Well, Your Honor, what I will do is I will send him my, I'll file my appearance with my phone number, and he's free to reach out to me. I also include my email address on there as well. But I believe we've already been in contact with him directly. I believe he's had conversations with Ms. Santiago previously, so.
Okay, all right. Just now I'll tell you this, Mr. Ward, I've already given the information that is necessary. This court will not enter a judgment without the appropriate paperwork. So please make sure if you haven't filed all that paperwork that I stated is necessary, please make sure you bring it with you. Okay? All right, we'll see you on the 31st of July. Ms. Hudson, you're free to log off. You're free to log off as well, Mr. Ward. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Counsel. Thank you, Ms. Santiago. All right, for matter ending in 940, is Aaron Gary present? Please unmute and state your name.
Aaron Gary here.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Gary. What about the defendant?
Hello.
Any occupant of 9982 Longacre, are you present?
Yes.
Good afternoon. What is your name?
Crystal Britton.
Good afternoon to you, Miss Britton.
Good afternoon to you all.
Let me see. All right, Mr. Gary, you're the plaintiff. Ms. Britton, you're the defendant. This is a complaint to recover possession of property. Mr. Gary, do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes, I do.
All right. What about you, Ms. Britton?
I do.
All right, Mr. Gary, please make sure you bring the information that I stated is required for a judgment, specifically a deed. I'm going to need a deed, and if there's a lease agreement, I need that as well. All right, Ms. Britton, can I have you follow the prompt? Can I have someone transfer Crystal Britton into a breakout room? Mr. Gary, you are free to log off. I'll see you both down here on July 31st at 8:30 a.m.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you. You're welcome. That concludes the matter ending in 940. For matter ending in 953, is Kyle A. Orr present? Please unmute.
Yes, I am.
Hello, please state your name.
Kyle Anthony Orr.
Okay, good afternoon to you, Mr. Orr. What about the defendant, Anthony Hill? Are you present? Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant has not checked in today. Let me check the register of actions. There's no proof of service in the file. And so I'm checking the register of actions to see if a proof of service has been filed. Okay, the register of actions does not reflect that a proof of service has been filed. So Mr. Orr, what I'm going to do is adjourn this matter to July 24th. It'll be at 1:35 p.m. via Zoom, and that is so that you can serve the, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, July 22nd. Thank you, Madam Clerk. July 22nd, 2024 at 1:35 p.m. via Zoom. That is to allow for service of the defendants. So yes, sir.
Excuse me. I'd like to say something.
Go ahead.
Mr. Hill has not been in that building. The last I saw him was around March 14th. And he hasn't been in the building. In fact, he had abandoned the building. And I made a police report that windows had been broken. And then also I had to board up the backside because we actually had 2 break-ins, and we want to go ahead and get possession of the building. He hasn't reached out to me or anything, but my fear is this: by it being abandoned, it's almost like a haven for drug addicts. We have a crack house that was just boarded up not too long ago, and there seems to be there. Then all of a sudden, my place gets broken into. Now we have children on that block on Visger between Bassett and Ethel, and I fear that something may happen to the kids. All I know is that he has not been there, and it shows. We went in the other day, and he didn't clean out the refrigerator. Of course, you know what happens with that. It's a mess. So what we're trying to do is to go ahead on. He hasn't been around. I haven't seen him, and he hasn't tried to contact me. So at this point,
so Mr. Orr, there are things. There's a thing called process, and so the process has to be followed. There has to be service. If you can't serve him personally, then a court officer would know what to do. Have you spoken to a court officer to try to attain service?
Okay, they gave me a list of let's see, let me read it here. Sorry. Yeah, they gave me a list of court officers. So I would have to pick one, and then because it didn't list whether or not they had a fee, or is it a universal fee? Is it a universal fee or is it individual?
I think most court officers charge $35. I think that's just based off of what I see on the proofs of service. But you can call the number that's on that list, and hook up with an officer, and they'll know what to do. Okay. And I think the adjourn date that I gave you, July 22nd, that's enough time for service to be properly effectuated. Okay. So I'll see you back here via Zoom, same way you got here today, July 22nd at 1:35 p.m. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. That concludes matter ending in 953. All right. Let's see here. For matters ending in 965, 966, and 967, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Hi, Judge. Is this Mutual Property Management?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Judge. Ili Bajani, P74626, here on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you, counsel. All right. For matter ending in 965, is Rebecca Roselle or any occupant of 3738 15th Street present? Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant failed to appear. Attorney Bajani, there is no proof of service in this file. Was the defendant served?
Yes, Judge, on all 3 cases.
All right. Do you know? Let me see. Okay. I see a proof of service should be coming soon. So the Register of Actions reflects service. Please make sure you bring a copy of the proof of service with you to court, just in case one does not make it to my file. This matter will be adjourned to July 31st, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. in person in courtroom 433. That concludes the matter ending in 965. For matter ending in 966, is Taylor Avery or any occupant of 20212 Mark Twain present?
Yes.
Good afternoon. Please state your name.
Taylor Avery.
All right, Ms. Avery, you are the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes.
All right, we'll see you on July 31st at 8:30 a.m. in person.
They gave us a payment plan.
I'm sorry. What's your name? Can you say your name, ma'am?
Taylor Avery.
The other person who's speaking.
My name is Diamond. So
Diamond?
Yes, I talked to a guy.
What's your full name, ma'am? Your first and last name?
Diamond Williams.
Are you a resident of 20212 Mark Twain?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what were you saying now?
I was saying that I had spoken with someone from the property management company, and they did set me up with a payment plan arrangement, and I do have that. It's not printed out or nothing, but I do have that. He did tell me the guy's name. I don't know his last name, but I spoke with someone named Hassan.
Yes, Judge. So, Your Honor, can I?
Go ahead.
Ma'am, if that's true, just please bring that with you to the courtroom at our next hearing, and then we can establish some kind of payment plan and a resolution.
Okay.
Is it in paper, ma'am? Did he write it down? Did you all sign something?
He sent it to me. I can show it and thing, but I can also print it out as well, but he definitely set me up on a payment plan for a payment arrangement of 1,200 until at the end of each month until my balance is paid off.
Okay, so this is what you do, Miss Williams is speaking. So I am still going to transfer you into a breakout room. Attorney Bajani, can you contact your client to see, you know, what's going on with that? And then if, you know, Attorney Bajani, maybe your client will dismiss. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen. But if they don't need to come to court on the next court date, can you all just stay in contact with the plaintiff's counsel? Okay, just to find out, you know, just so you know what's going to happen at the next court date. Okay, if there even needs to be a next court date. I don't know. I'm not saying there won't, but
We will, Your Honor. But I still encourage the defendants to show up to the next court date, even if we do dismiss it.
Even if you do what?
Even if we do dismiss it, which is unlikely because my clients require at least a judgment or consent or a conditional dismissal, which would require.
Okay. All right. So just bring that to court with you, Ms. Williams. All right. But I am still going to transfer you into a breakout room. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That concludes matter in 966. Can I have someone transfer Taylor Avery into a breakout room? Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
For matter ending in 967, is there anyone here who lives at 4239 Alter Road, apartment 12? Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant has not checked in. Attorney Bajani, was this defendant served?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you know when or how? Let me see if the register of action reflects.
I just need about 60 seconds and I can pull that up.
Okay, the register of action shows that a proof of service was filed. So the court will adjourn this first hearing to a subsequent hearing to take place on July 31st at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice to both parties. Attorney Bajani, please bring a copy of that proof of service with you to court. And that concludes the matter ending in 967. Thank you, Attorney Bajani. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.
Thank you. For matters ending in 986 and 987, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Walter Starger, P85088 on behalf of plaintiff.
Good afternoon to you, counsel. For matter ending in 986, is there any occupant of 2675 Columbus Street present?
Your Honor, John Calvin appearing on behalf of the defendants, P74477.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you, Attorney Calvin. Are your clients here? Looks like no.
No, he's not. I told him it wasn't necessary for the pre-trial.
All right. So do you all, Attorney Stargill and Attorney Calvin, do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Do you want to go into a breakout room to talk today?
I'll call Walter separately.
Okay. All right. Well, I will see you both here on July 31st at 8:30 a.m. in person. Have a good day.
Thank you,
Attorney Calvin. Thank you. That concludes the matter ending in 986. Oh, Attorney Calvin, he's gone. I need him to.
No,
Attorney Calvin, can you please make sure you file your appearance?
Yes, I will, Your Honor. It really, I do have a question for you. So there was a case filed in Wayne County Circuit Court based on the foreclosure of this property. It was filed in 2017 against Aquin and then against the plaintiff in this case, was removed to the federal court. A default was entered against Mr. Pofall, but the court granted judgment based on the pleadings failure to properly plead against Aquin. Then the attorney disappeared for Mr. Knott, who's the occupant of the property. She never filed a motion to amend the complaint or anything. So I filed a motion, which was heard recently, but the judge in Wayne County Circuit said, this case hasn't been reopened. So I'm trying to figure out what to do in that case. If I request a stay, should I do it in front of you or in front of the Wayne County Circuit Court? What do you prefer in that regard?
Well, if there is an open Wayne County Circuit Court case involving this property, then I'm not going to move on it. I'll stay it, but some people get the stay from the circuit court judge. I just need proof that there's an open court case.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So in the interim, I'll see you all here on July 31st at 8:30 in person. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. For matter ending in 987, is there any occupant of 5059 Buckingham present? Madam Clerk indicated that the defendant failed to appear on this case. There is no proof of service in the file. Attorney Sargill, was the defendant served?
Yes, Your Honor. By Officer Mason on June 21st by posting.
6/21/24 posted by Mason. All right, I will note that for the file. And based on your representation as an officer of the court will proceed with this first hearing on a complaint to recover possession of property. The matter will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on July 31st, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. in person, courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 987. Have a great day, Attorney Sargill.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. For matter ending in 617, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Andrew Harold appearing on behalf of the plaintiff, P58117.
Good afternoon to you, counsel. Is Jasmine Diamond present today? Madam Clerk indicates that the defendant has failed to check in. This is a complaint for land contract forfeiture. This is a first hearing. I don't see a proof of service. Was the defendant served, counsel?
Your Honor, I've been attempting to reach my court officer, Carter. He usually is pretty good at getting back to me, but I have been unable to ascertain if service was perfected here. As you know, it's the land contract, so personal service is required. In the interest of caution, I would ask that we just adjourn this to make sure that service is perfected properly.
Okay, so our adjourn date for today will be July 22nd, and that will be adjourned to another, to a technical first hearing. And so it'll be via Zoom, and that'll be at 1:35 p.m. using the same Zoom link that you used today.
Very good, Your Honor. Now, just if he's unable to perfect service, should I file my motion for alternative service prior to this hearing, or just come back to the hearing and do it at that time?
So you can file it prior to the hearing, but I won't know that. I won't receive it until the next court date, unless you bring me a courtesy copy. If you bring me a courtesy copy, I can have my clerk pull the file and, do what I need to do before the next court date. But
okay. All right, I just want to know my options. Hopefully we can serve personally. Okay, very good.
All right, thank you. That concludes matter ending in 617. Have a great day,
Good day.
counsel.
You too. Bye-bye.
You too. And that concludes the docket for courtroom 433 for Monday, June 24th, 2024. Thank you as always. I appreciate everyone who's participated in these proceedings today. Madam Court Clerk, Madam Court Reporter, Officer Wallace, the agency attorneys and legal assistants, the litigants, and the plaintiffs' counsel. Thank you all. Have a great Monday. And are the fireworks today? I think the fireworks today. So if you're downtown, have fun.